Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Detroit Lions taking on the New York Giants.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the give, this is their fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. And the catch made by Johnson. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, he was the focal point. Big game, up over 200 yards and a score.
And one thing I do know, when you put up numbers like that, the next team you're going to play, unless they're extremely arrogant, all they're thinking is, what can we throw at him that's going to be different and is going to knock him off his game?
The throw over the middle taken in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A give up the middle to Singletary. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Abrams. And that will be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 54 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. To throw is Goff. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Goff now looks to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Goff. A quick throw there is incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Abrams.
He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Abrams.
Open man, that's Malik Neighbors.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Abrams.
He's got the hook up there to Neighbors.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Operating from the gun, Abrams.
Caught along the left side by Hyatt.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Looking to throw. Abrams.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Abrams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Abrams.
That is caught by Johnson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll run on first down with Singletary.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. To throw on 2nd down. Abrams
over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. It's the fullback.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are back within a score.
Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Bird to return from his end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Goff on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
This is 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Abrams. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The Giants are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Operating from the gun, Abrams. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards. And now a carry here for their fullback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him, because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I think if you asked them truthfully, they would have been happy to get 8, 9, maybe even 10 yards there and give them a manageable 3rd down attempt. Instead, he found plenty of room there on the catch and run and turned 2nd and long. And to not...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jamison Williams,
53 yards.
And the Lions are able to add on to that lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because...
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 28 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibbs. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
From the 50, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Again, Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Johnson.
Able to push his way through. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Abrams firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Abrams.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Giants go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. From the red zone now, Goff.
This to Laporta, right side.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Here's Goff. Toward the pylon, caught.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. Keenan Allen, well over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. It's Jaden Daniels with a couple of touchdown passes. In the 1st half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He threw a 1st quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the 2nd quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway.
They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line.
Escapes the defender.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offense.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
He may go.
Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 1st touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Hopkins with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Unable to corral him, he fights through.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Operating from the gun, Abrams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Abrams.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Abrams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Abrams. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Got a good job to get him to the ground quickly right there at the 36-yard line. On 1st and 10, Abrams. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Singletary here running out of the gun.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Back to throw. Abrams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Abrams.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Back to throw. Abrams.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Wan'Dale Robinson
From 21 yards away.
And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw on second down is gone. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Going up the gun, Montgomery. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
He's into space past the 25.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Gone.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now it's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Goff now to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
2nd down and 4. Singletary again. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On first down, Abrams. And that'll be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score.
Butker on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And New York set to take the field.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun, Abrams.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the handoff, it's Singletary.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Abrams. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And the catch made by Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Operating from the gun, Abrams.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 26 yards.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Operating from the gun, Abrams. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. A give up the middle to Singletary.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They run here with Singletary.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Operating from the gun, Abrams.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And they'll try and run it in with Singletary.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm
there he goes, left side.
Now inside the 25, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner,
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Well, the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Operating from the gun, Abrams, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Throwing again, Abrams. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown! Darius Slayton with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Sheds off the tackle.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Going back to Gibbs on first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off play action. Here's Goff. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So the Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. 122 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
On first down, they stick with Singletary.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Back to throw. Abrams going for the deep ball. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 1. 2:24 to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot.
Now a first down throw. Goff.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here comes second down at 5.
Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third down and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Jets, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.